There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Oh, my creaky bones. Oh, I didn't do my yoga this morning.
Oh, yeah, how often
so
do you
I'm feeling
yoga?
off. About once every fucking 29 years.
But this is just
I missed it.
yes.
I missed the boat,
Yeah.
I was supposed to do it yesterday to be the first time, and I didn't do it.
All right, we're good to go? All right, that's Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. And then we got this guy. He's like doing some weird stretches over here to my left. He,
and
looks
then
like he
we
hasn't
place
stretched.
my penis on my forehead. I'm doing yoga.
Penis yoga.
I can touch. What I love is my favorite move. It's called making the letter A. And what you do is you bend all the way over to your hard penis. Well,
has to be hard.
You have to be hard to make the cross section for the A.
Well, how do you
and
bend
you
it?
touch your forehead to the tip of your hard penis.
Oh, I see.
You bend
yeah.
yourself forward.
So it's
and
a
then you
huge
stick your
A.
arms out. Yeah. Because I got a middle section of my back because I'm half centipede.
Interesting.
It's not true, man.
No,
it's
that's
not
that's
true.
That's
it was
a lie.
Character. It was a dumb character to begin with, and it didn't pan out to a better character to end with.
I like penis yoga, Henry Zabrowski.
I'm fine with him. You know,
Yeah.
we all gotta sweat. We all gotta work out.
Mainly
don't.
your penis. No,
You know?
definitely not.
I'm mildly disappointed.
You're not happy with it, Marcus? Penis yoga, Henry Zabrowski?
What am I
so
gonna
bad.
do?
I mean,
you know, and it comes down to it, we're all spitting out fucking gold.
Oh, yeah, constantly.
24/7.
Nonstop.
Sometimes it's just not gonna be that. Can't
Right.
all be Detective Popcorns, all right? I got
That's
that in
right.
my pocket.
That's
Sometimes
right.
it'll be fool's gold.
He actually does have popcorn in his pocket, which is kind of sad.
Yum, 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 yum.
That is
it's
very,
all
very
flat and wet for my butt sweat. Yay!
You would need a pretty large donk, though, to make the A. To actually make the A.
Oh,
So there's
yeah,
a
no,
flaw
not
to
my
them.
snub nose fucking member I've got going on here. My Polish, Scottish fucking gnarled knot I got down underneath.
So, if your penis was a gun, you're describing it as a snub nose.
That's why I have my collection of many toys.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a Colt 45, and I'm going to give you, Marcus, an AK-47.
Hey, thank you,
Not
sir.
bad.
So it's 100 episodes!
100 episodes!
100 episodes.
The Ticker Tack Parade has begun.
I remember back in my day when you called an appetizer an appy, and it was okay for everybody to hate the Japanese.
Oh, yeah, that was about 100 episodes.
Years old.
Actually, I think that was about 3 episodes ago, if I remember correctly, but that's kind of interesting.
So what we've decided to do
Anyway.
for it's our centennial is begin a new round of special episodes we'll do called like Big Hitters.
Big hitters, the Babe Ruths
Can
of
we get,
murder
like, a
and macabre.
baseball sound effect like a
That's a good one, Marcus.
oh, and be like, hey.
You hit my wife in the face with the baseball. Something like that.
That is great.
Perfect.
See, who says we can't paint a picture?
No one says that.
So we're gonna go through our some of the bigger names in serial killer
That's
history
right.
that we haven't covered, mainly because of either own personal bitterness,
Sure.
or because of we just never got there. And today's the public enemy number one.
That's right.
The guy
We were-
who invented the modern idea of the serial killer,
Yeah, I mean, we were speaking about penises earlier.
the lady
of course.
killer himself. It's
Ted Bundy.
Bundy.
Theodore Bundy.
Girls, crazy.
He really does. Wild, even.
So handsome. I want to get to the chorus. Here we go. Sexy boy.
I'm not your boy,
I could hear him playing this song. I could see him playing this song in the car while he
This is how we got the girls
kidnaps
in the
a
car in
random
the first place.
victim.
Because he
Yeah.
rolled up playing it. It was like, is that Shawn Michaels?
That's
He's like,
amazing.
"No, just me, old funny, friendly Ted."
That's right.
And man, he was handsome.
God,
He was a handsome devil. He was a charming man, a very
Fuck
intelligent guy, and to some degree. Yeah. Well,
A young Republican.
that's the thing about him. Ted Bundy, the women that he killed, I don't necessarily have the most amount of sympathy for the victims simply because those were women that would never even remotely come close to looking at guys like us. and they would walk past us.
Hey, speak for
and-
yourself, man.
No, I'll speak for all three of us. I'm fairly certain I know what I'm saying here. And they would snub their nose at us, and they would say something rude. Oh, hey, tall guy. Hey, fat guy. Hey, weird boy playing with bones.
Okay, you make a point on that one.
Yeah,
So
sometimes
I-
you got to even the playing ground. Sometimes you can get out there and you got to make it even, which is why we're funny.
That's right. Well, we're forced into it, you know.
Forced into it.
So, of course, Ted Bundy, where do we want to start when it comes to the massacres
Well,
that
we got to
Mr.
get back
Bundy...
in the way back machine and go
That's
back when
right.
Ted Bundy was just a swaddling babe
Yeah.
in a manger somewhere deep in Bethlehem.
Well,
Oh,
somewhere.
are you
in-
saying he was Jesus?
One star shone in the sky, and three just dirty desert men
Yes.
just crawled through the sand. They brought a tiny Arab boy incense.
Frankincense.
Well, it wasn't
And then-
so much Bethlehem as it was the Elizabeth Lund Home for Unwed Mothers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you could make an argument then that perhaps he was a golden child, somebody born, without a father, much like Jesus.
I mean, there is much
Jesus had a dad, but-
there is much speculation that his father was in fact his maternal grandfather.
See, that is
Well, isn't that
that is a
something?
fakery. That's a fakery of a mockishism.
his mother should have gone with that virgin birth line. It
What are
certainly
you gonna
worked for
do
Mary.
when Grandpa's out there? He's whittling the prettiest horse for your birthday.
Looking
You know
great.
what I mean? You look out there. He's got
Absolutely.
those fine overalls. He doesn't need to wear a shirt.
Small
he's
trickle.
making a letter A out in the field. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see.
Well,
Definitely.
mostly he was out in the field screaming about how much he hated the blacks, the Italians, the Catholics, and the Jews.
Well, because they were liberated, he had to go out in the field and work. You know, I'm sure he was just like, I remember a time.
The field is where you can express all of your most controversial opinions.
Yes,
'Cause
controversial
you can just
indeed.
yell at, you yell at corn and stuff.
Yeah, that corn ain't talking.
And then he'd go inside, beat his wife and the family dog, and then go out in the neighborhood, grab some cats by the tails, and then swing them around his head.
And then grab his daughter and make some serial killer eggs.
I think Crazy Man Bundy's at it again. Hey, kids, come on out of here and look at the game.
Well, this was
he
in a
would
Bundy.
actually speak aloud to unseen presences as well. This was not a Bundy, no. This was a Cowl.
He was born Tedward. Is it Tedward?
Tedward?
Theodore Cowell. And then he wasn't later on until he was adopted by a man named James Bundy.
No, Johnny Culpepper Bundy.
Johnny Culpepper Bundy.
Oh, yes, Johnny Culpepper Bundy, the
Yeah.
greatest of all the Bundys.
Yeah, he was a hospital cook.
Oh,
yeah.
No, and they kind of had like a nice relationship. So if you wanted to, let's fill in some more details about his childhood.
So
Let's do a
Ted
little
Bundy
bit more.
wasn't a Bundy. Ted Bundy, so he was an adopted boy.
He was, yeah. His stepfather Johnny Bundy adopted him formally after he married his mother. But Bundy was for up until 1969, he was under the impression that his grandfather was actually his father,
Okay.
and that his mother was his sister.
Which is also the same set of circumstances that Jack Nicholson grew up in, which is really like that's the truth. And then
We call that the old 50s switcheroo.
But I've watched so many documentaries where, like, we'll find out is that when he finds it out, everyone's just like, and that was what turned the switch to make a man into a killer. And it's
Or
like,
an
I don't
amazing
think so.
actor, you know?
well, it was one of two switches, but we'll get to that.
He's got a
later.
bunch of
So,
switches.
okay, so Jack Nicholson thought his grandfather was his father and his mother was his sister, and he turned out to be one of the most successful actors of all time.
Yeah, and finger banger extraordinaire.
Exceptionally good, and now it's all kind of weird with his old man fingers all
He's got
pudgy and
those
stuff.
2-inch wide knuckles now.
Yeah, I don't know what happens to old men when you age, but your fingers just expand. Like I guess it's sort of like how your feet do.
My grandfather's hands, meaty paws, would be the only way I would be able
just-
to
yeah.
describe those hands.
Just riffling through while your young mother's asleep, and his big meaty paws are in there grabbing at her fresh white rump. You know, making a Bundy.
Oh, definitely
Making a little Bundy. Every time I have sex from now on, I'm going to say, let's make a Bundy. It also sounds like taking a huge dump, doesn't it? Let's go in there and make a nice little Bundy.
Well, Bundy exhibited disturbing behaviors from a very young age. At the age of 3, his aunt tells a story in which she awoke from a nap to find little Ted had placed a circle of knives around her, and he was staring at her while giggling.
Like she was a little pork roast or something. That's kind of fun. Yeah.
And
Weird. But then no one said anything to me. When I was like 4 or 5, I took all my sister's Barbies. I would remove the clothes from them, rip off the heads, and bury them with their feet sticking out of the dirt in the backyard.
Oh, look at Henry's doing Henry gardening.
Just
Isn't
me,
that
just
kind
like
of
no
fun?
mirth in my face at all, just burying naked Barbie dolls, and I was just saying, "Hey, I'm making a fun garden," is what I said
It
to my
does
mother.
sound like a relatively fun garden. It sounds sort of similar to that great horror movie Motel Hell, if you've ever seen that. You check
movie.
in, but then you turn into the garden.
Yeah.
They bury you, and then they eat you.
That's a long tagline.
Yeah, it's a really long one. It was the whole VHS cover.
Well, a psychiatrist who analyzed Ted's behavior as a child after interviews with friends and family, he said that he was, quote, not like other children. He looked and acted like them, but he was haunted by something else.
He was more attractive.
A doubt.
Well, that was everyone has said that they couldn't understand as he was growing up is that he was always cute as the fucking button, and everybody loved him, and he was great, but he was like a hollow child that couldn't make any friends.
Right.
He was super shy, he stuttered, and he couldn't connect with anybody. And then they're saying even as a child, he kind of had a predilection for this idea of that he was going to grow up to be super important. That's
Right.
what he wanted. He wanted to be special.
And that's the thing with a lot of these serial killers and a lot of politicians as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to say comedians.
No, we don't desire power or anything. We just want to spread joy and laughter to the world, not a negative, dark side inside of us. All right.
The psychologist also said that something inhabited his mind with the subtlety of a cat. That will be important later with the theory that I have about Ted Bundy.
How subtle are cats?
Cats can be subtle.
I guess so.
I don't know how many times I'm sitting in bed just eating out of a jar of peanut butter and a cat just kind of crawls into the window and starts licking on my balls.
Oh, yeah, that is subtle.
How many times has it got to be this
Yeah.
way?
Well, you put the peanut butter on your balls and you call the cat over.
I'm
but
sitting in a
that's
bucket
okay.
of tuna.
You know, that's half your fault, Henry. Half your fault.
Well, Bundy, growing up when he was in high school, he said that he was very awkward with relationships. He didn't understand interpersonal relationships at all. But his classmates said that he was well-known and well-liked, a medium-sized fish in a large pond.
Well,
but this is also when Bundy found his lifelong love of snow skiing.
He
isn't
loves
that
snow
something?
skiing.
He loved it. It was
Wow.
it was his favorite thing to do in the entire world was snow skiing.
All right, well, that makes sense, I
Is that
suppose.
why he
seems
ended
like
up
a skier.
going to the University of Washington, was to be up in the mountains? Because I know that that's where he stored all of his bodies, we find later on.
Yeah. Over up on Mount Taylor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But then a psychologist reading a watching another documentary and basically saying that it's just a predilection of people that are born super good looking. They just people will like them.
Yeah.
No matter what it is that they do, you're
Yeah.
just gonna like them. They get a little farther in life. They get
Oh,
they
yeah,
get
they
that
make more
promotion
money.
if you don't get absolutely.
Well, he, of course, loved snow skiing, but in high school, he was arrested twice on suspicion of burglary and auto theft. He used to
fine.
steal equipment and forge lift tickets. So he exhibits that early behavior and lifelong behavior that a lot of serial killers have of petty theft.
A lot of petty theft because it's just anything to give like a fuck you to police or like show everybody how fucking clever you are. And,
Right.
But the one thing is, was there any examples of him killing cats or like doing any animal mutilations?
Not documented, no.
And no pee-pee, no bed pee-pee.
No, but he did not have the triad, as they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The triad of fight, and he didn't start fires either. So he's 0 for 3 on the serial killer triad.
I guess he was rebelling against his grandfather by not killing the cats and spinning them around by their tails, you
And
know?
part of it's but again it's a standard. We've heard this theory before where he believed that he was going to grow up to be something important, and
Yeah.
then he wasn't necessarily very good at any specific
Well, he
thing.
could have if he would have just waited for a little while. He was doing relatively well with his
His
life.
dick was too ringing hard
Yeah,
for him
constantly.
to do anything else.
I mean, he just wanted to fuck so many corpses. It's tough to focus on,
That's
you
the
know.
thing, is the corpse fucking. Literally, on the same documentary, a guy was just like, if he had just spent a little less time focusing on mayhem and murder, he may have been a good politician.
He would have been a great politician.
We'll get to the corpse fucking later on.
And then they would just give you corpses to fuck. I mean, that's the thing.
Absolutely.
The Kennedys have a whole freezer full of corpses.
Because
Thaw it out and fuck it.
You're popping the fucking door open for the fucking reptilians to come through any
That's
one
right.
of 12
Got
vile
you another
vortices.
corpse, yeah.
So if you just let yourself get into the fucking Illuminati, Bundy,
Right.
like you could have had all of the vicious shit, all
They
the
would've
kids
given you
you
whatever
want
you
to
want.
fuck, all
Yep.
the blood you want to drink. It's in Burlingham Palace. What's the name of that fucking
We'll
place?
give it Burlingham Palace. Yeah, sure.
I think
Burning Man Palace.
Burning Man Palace. That's a whole different kind of place.
In 1967, he attended the University of Washington, where he met his first and only true love. We don't know her real name, but she's most commonly known as Stephanie Brooks. Stephanie Brooks, he had never loved a woman more in his entire life.
But as much as he could love somebody.
As much as he could love someone, he became obsessed with her, which
well,
I think
no, I
is
think
an
that he
important
definitely did
distinction.
love her.
No, he loved the fact that she was rich and beautiful and powerful.
Are you telling me
from a
that
political family?
Well, yeah, but that's what love is, right? Love is a rational thing, and he looked at it. He added it all up, and he's like, that equals love.
If you're a serial killer,
No, I'm saying, but this is the thing about Bundy, and this is what
it's not just factors.
it
It's
is
not
factors.
Just factors. Sometimes
Well,
it's
then
factors.
you don't fall in love with a homeless woman that's begging for change on the street. You don't just like meet her eyes. I mean, and be like,
I don't
just
know.
need that woman.
I've read some Reddit threads where people did that.
They were make believe. No, but he does feel empathy, and that was the thing about Bundy. He actually has extreme empathy, and but it just got perverted. So that's why he was able to come so hard when he was hurting these women, because he's like, "Oh, I know you're in pain," and he enjoyed the fact that he knew that they were in pain.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, yeah,
so I'm
I mean,
saying he
that's
could
just
love.
he's a sexual sadist.
Yeah.
He could only come if women were screaming or dead.
Yeah, which is kind of bizarre. It's pretty opposite things, aren't they?
So this starts at this woman. She dumps him. Of course, she doesn't. She doesn't. She says he's not, quote, husband material. So she dumps him
because
because
it's the
he's
same thing.
Kind of. I mean, at this time, he's kind of a fuck up. He doesn't really go to class. He's not ambitious. He doesn't have any direction.
At
Because
this
they were
time,
saying
he's
when
kind of
he-
a fuck up.
Because when he got to college, he discovered that he's like, oh, I'm good looking. He kind of got his fucking, his groove back.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Stella would have.
Sure.
And so he got his fucking groove. He figured that I can flirt with chicks. I could do with the stuff. And he's like, I get a lot of chicks if I act like, I'm like super politically active and all
Yeah.
this stuff. But then you find out that you get remotely past a 15-minute conversation with this young Cary Grant, you find out that he doesn't believe in a goddamn thing. He doesn't
I mean,
care.
it's the exact same. It's the equivalent of someone going to college, finding out that
half the Occupy movement.
half the Occupy movement, finding out that people really enjoy Kurt Cobain buying a guitar and sort of learning how to play pennyroyal tea.
Yeah, why is there male goths?
Right.
No one like that's no one's wearing those platform
Exactly.
boots.
For 6 months, the girl's like, "Wow, I think he might make it as a musician," and then she realizes he's all bullshit and is going to be a total failure. And then she qualifies that by saying, "Oh, he's not husband material." When in reality, no, it's because his dick is probably too small and you don't think he's going to make any
Well,
money.
the problem is he can't fuck you unless you're screaming, unless he's choking you.
Yeah.
And you have to pretend like you're dying.
Well, he's got to find the right lady.
Well, after this, he begins. This I find fascinating. He begins a 6-year-long game
Yes.
with this woman. But in the middle of that, in 1971, he starts working, and this is a fascinating detail with Bundy. He starts working at Seattle's Suicide Hotline Crisis Center.
Yes.
Because he loves to hear people in pain.
He does, and then a part
This
of
is
it's
his
also-
phone sex.
But it's also I feel like there's something to the psychopath that loves this idea of I'm doing something that makes me feel altruistic and makes me
Right.
look altruistic. So then it's almost be like, no, but I spent so many years working at the suicide hotline.
Can I just say that's
like,
exactly what people did when they voted for Bill de Blasio? Can I just say that? Okay, thank you.
Okay,
I'm done
no,
with
you
it.
can't.
I'm done
You
with it.
can't.
I'm done with it. Anyway, continue on.
Just kill. It's podcast killing material. All right, so this is a audio clip from Ann Rule,
Yes.
who was a famous crime author that ended up actually was working next the fucking desk to desk with Ted Bundy while he was working the call center at the crisis center.
Ted, I think you're actually driving people to kill themselves. Yeah, I thought that's what this was all about.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
All right, here's the clip.
Anne Rule, now a best-selling author, was a volunteer at the Crisis Clinic, a suicide helpline, when she met the attractive, charismatic young Bundy.
Ted and I would work as a team. Ted was wonderful on the phone. He sounded caring. He was interested in people. I can still picture him hunched over the desk with a phone to his head.
Kind of making the A.
And many times we saved lives, which seems very ironic to me now.
Except
Did you say erotic?
Erotic.
But I got the sweet Ted, and who would walk me out to my car at 2 in the morning when my shift was over. And he'd say, Ann, please lock the doors. I don't want anything bad to happen to you on the way home. Well, I'd just been locked up with probably the most dangerous man in the western states. Never had a clue.
Yeah, I mean, then the big tell is that when you lock the door, then he pulls on the door. He's like, see, you can't even get in. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't even get in. It's like, God, fuck that. Fuck.
I mean, I don't know what
this.
this-
Like, Ted gets so excited about my safety.
Yeah. He always makes sure the doors are really, really locked.
Come on. Yeah, fucker, yeah.
I would assume just by the voice of this lady, she's a bit elderly and not necessarily the
bit
most
elder-
attractive.
Well, I mean, she's pretty elderly. I think back in the day she was attractive. But the thing about Bundy, never killed anyone he knew. He was a stranger killer.
He was a stranger killer, and the other thing is that I don't think she was that attractive when she was younger, or she would have been on the list, because every single one of Ted Bundy's 35 victims, or supposed victims, they're all stinky hot.
Yeah,
and
he
they
had
were
a
all blonde,
predilection.
weren't they?
Not only
No.
that, but the big detail is hair parted right down the middle.
Brunette hair parted down the middle, just like
His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
He is right now in the middle of a 6-year-long game to get her back. This is the time he re-enrolls in University of Washington. He starts becoming a psychology major, which he uses those skills later on.
he literally went and got the training it took to fool people better.
Yeah.
This is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
This is Michael Jordan. Can't jump
practice.
from he can't jump from the free throw line anymore, so he's got to get that fucking fadeaway.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's also in this time in 1972 when he first gets involved in politics, and really this is his only involvement in politics.
But he did it specifically as a part of the long game.
Yeah, as a
I mean,
part of the
yeah.
long game, he becomes involved in Governor Dan Evans' re-election campaign. He posed as a college student. He shadowed the opponent of the governor, and just so he could get the stump speeches. So he would sit there, he would write down notes, he would analyze them, and he would take them back to Davis and say, "This is how you beat the guy." Davis, he described Bundy as, quote, "smart, aggressive, and a believer in the system."
Oh, absolutely.
That's perfect. Like John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy was also involved in politics, and like
John Wayne
Mr.
Gacy was
Berkowitz,
heavily involved in
and
politics.
like
so
Mr.
much.
Berkowitz with the obviously the son of Sam with the hair fetish.
With the long brown hair.
he only-
It's kind of,
yeah.
but that's also like the thing that helps with that is the 1970s. Everybody had the same fucking hairstyle.
Yeah.
it was my mom. My mom was dealing with that during the Son of Sam terror raid in Queens because
Right, she had to
the
cut
long
her
brown
hair, right?
Yeah, they had to hide your hair. Girls were putting their hair up in hats and shit like that.
Yeah.
but his predilection, well, basically, because what happens after she dumped him, it flew him into. That's when he went back home.
Yeah.
They said after she dumped him, he went back home. He looked through the records, found out the truth about his family history, and he said that's where it switched. But then there's also a rape murder that's pinned to him that happened during this time period.
Oh, yeah.
Which was I forget her name.
It was, let's see here, in Seattle in 1971. I don't know exactly what her
But
name
he
is.
found her.
I'll tell you that should be.
And it's
that-
also, and he also, well, his original, like when they interviewed him, he told people some conflicting things about when his first murder was. He told some investigators his first kidnapping was in 1969
Because
in
there
New
was a
Jersey.
12-year-old girl too that it was also pinned on him at that time.
Yeah,
I feel like
8-year-old girl.
So he went
when
home.
he was 15. But
He
we'll get
went
to that
home
in a
and he found out all these things about his family. That needs to be an Ancestry.com commercial, right? And then I got the leaf. My father was my grandfather.
So
my sister was my mother.
At this time, he goes to law school. He finally gets back in touch with the girl. He starts romancing her once again.
Mm-hmm.
He eventually convinces her to marry him. They get engaged, and then he just cuts off all contact.
As soon as she says yes.
As soon
That
as
was
she
it.
says,
The game's
just
done.
cuts off contact, and she finally gets a hold of him and says, like, what the fuck happened? And he just said, "Stephanie, I have no idea what you mean," and then hung up on her and never talked to her again. And
Yeah.
that is when the killing starts.
cold as ice. And it's like then here. This was in 1974. It was a woman named Karen Sparks that was found during this time period who was sexually assaulted, and then she was raped, murdered with a pipe, and then raped with the pipe.
No, Karen Sparks survived.
Was that the survivor one?
That
I'm
was
trying to think
that
of
was the survivor. The first one that he killed was Linda Healy, who, by the way, was a ski forecaster for Northwest Ski Reports.
Oh, so they
That
probably had
just
a lot to
sounds like
talk
a
about.
Coke dealer.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a coke dealer.
Yeah, Karen Sparks.
So he was-
she had been beaten with a metal rod broken from the bed frame, and then when they pulled the covers back on her body, they were horrified to find the rod had been brutally jammed into her vagina. He also
Yeah.
used a speculum on her. If you
Yeah.
don't know what a speculum is, it is a
You're
device.
not a lady. It's
You're
a
not
very-
a lady. Yeah.
yeah.
If you're a man, a speculum is a device that they use to pry open your body cavities.
So this Healy woman, she was a forecaster for skiing. So that means the conversation was just about skiing.
No, he probably
And then
just
he
abducted
murdered her.
Maybe, or I don't know exactly when his game started.
His early game was all breaking and entering. He would break into a woman's house.
Yeah.
He would viciously assault her. With Linda Ann Healy, with Sparks, he just left her there. That was the only time he did that. After that, it would be a kidnapping situation. Like they went after Linda didn't show up to work. The police went and they pulled back her bed covers. They found a heavily stained pillowcase stained with blood-soaked sheets. The clothes that she wore that day were missing. They didn't find her body until a few years later when they found Ted's little graveyard up on Mount Taylor.
This Healy gal, she should have just started yelling things about herself and seeing if any of them hit. Like, I forecast for skiing. I love to ski. And then maybe be like, well, isn't that something? I love to ski. So if you're getting attacked by a killer, just throw some ideas out there. Just see if something sticks.
Likes and dislikes.
Yeah, exactly.
I love Game of Thrones. I don't like sesame seeds.
Isn't that something? I'm allergic to sesame seeds, and I love Mr. Dinklage acting. Mr. Dinklage. I'm going to let you
I'll
live.
stop biting your clit off now.
All right, get on out of here. The funniest
I'm
thing.
just kidding.
I was gonna jam this rod into you. I was gonna do that.
Well, there are more
Anyway.
similarities in the disappearances besides just the long hair. Most of them took place at night, all of them except for two. Usually it was near ongoing construction work, which is weird.
That is really
I
strange.
guess the noise would muffle out any sounds of screaming.
Most of them were within a week of midterms or final exams, so women are very distracted. Because they were almost all college students. They're distracted. They're stressed out.
Super hot, super nice because he played
all
on
super
everyone's.
nice.
Because then that's where he learned the best way to get somebody is to you play on their altruism. And then again, it almost gives you a little bit of satisfaction when he would put on, he'd put on his his cast, and he would take his crutches, and basically he had a VW bug, and he would ask girls just randomly, just like, hey, can you actually help me get some stuff off the top of my car into my trunk? And then they go like, oh, sure, yeah, man. And then he'd go back there, and he'd have his hammer put up hammer or pipe. He had a hammer or a pipe and a crowbar.
It was a crowbar, a pipe, and a crescent wrench that he had made with an actual handle.
Not a candlestick, though, huh?
No candle.
No
No
candlestick.
candlesticks.
Okay, interesting.
No, he's not Colonel Mustard.
He's not. Okay, it wasn't Colonel Mustard in the
This is
sidewalk
not
of the
what this is
FSU.
based on. This is not a clue thing.
Okay, I thought it was.
It's all blunt trauma and strangulation.
Interesting.
He
So,
never
yeah,
used a gun because he was meticulous about his crime scenes.
I mean,
there were never any fingerprints found, and in fact, the forensic evidence linking Ted Bundy is fairly flimsy.
Just testicle prints, just nut prints, which is really bizarre. But you know what? I mean, at the very least, I guess if you have to die at any point in your life, 2 weeks before finals isn't that bad. You don't have to study, and I was very suicidal.
Dead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many times did you utter that when you were at university and you had to take a test? You're like, I would rather be dead than study for this math test.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes you run into a dream maker.
Well, another thing about him is that his appearance was extremely. He was a good-looking guy, but they were very generic features.
Yes,
and he could
he
change.
also would
I mean,
change
he
his
was
look.
He would change his look he would change hairstyles. He would change facial hair. The only distinguishing mark that he had was a mole on his neck, but he would hide that because he usually wore turtlenecks or sweaters.
The
Because that's
turtleneck
also
killer.
the style of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the style of time, all the women that he killed were all wearing either pants or slacks at the time of their disappearance.
Which is why if you ever hear news of a killer dressed as a mummy, it may or may not be
That's
Henry
right.
Zabrowski.
Oh,
the
interesting.
mummy killer.
You want to be the mummy killer.
Just dressed all in, just covered in toilet paper. Can you help me
Interesting.
back to my sarcophagus?
So
young
Charmin would be
lady?
to blame. Charmin toilet paper to be blamed for this.
It's
for
the
you killing.
Charmin fatty killer. No, I wanted to be the mummy killer.
No, I'm sorry. We're going to go Charmin fatty killer. You've actually been branded. I mean, so L.L. Bean sort of aided and contributed.
I would
Eddie
say
Bauer,
so.
L.L. Bean, all
Class
those other...
action lawsuit.
Yeah,
fam.
Leslie Lacey Bean.
Yeah?
Is that what the LL stands
I
for?
don't know. Could be.
Lucky Lady Bean.
Not in this situation, but yeah, maybe.
Lazy Larry Bean.
Lazy Larry Bean that's a whole different member of the Bean family.
Well, what he would do is that he would except for Sparks, he would kidnap the women, take them to a secondary site. Most of the murders were fairly quick. That he would kill them fairly quickly. There was only one victim that they found, like after they did some forensic evidence. She survived for about 6 days after the initial.
And she was
killing.
just hanging out in the woods for those 6 days?
He
Hanging out
chained
in
her
the
to a
woods.
tree, right? It was
Yeah.
like the thing, he like handcuffed her to a thing out there,
Real
and then he
fucked
brought
up.
the other girl out there. He killed one girl in front of the other one.
That was the
In
only
Sassamass.
time. That was the only in Sassamass. That was the only time that he did a kidnapping during the day. This was some bold shit.
Well, this is when he got so fucking full of himself. He thought he was invisible. He thought he could do whatever
Right.
he wanted. He was cleverer than anybody else.
A white
that's
guy
what he
dressed in
believed.
LL Bean clothes in Florida is invisible.
He believed
This is in Florida. This is in Seattle.
This is Seattle,
long
okay.
before Florida. Now he believed that the American condition was being, and he said, invisible to everyone but yourself. So he
Really
believed
interesting.
That was his idea of being an American. Like that's what he thought it was all about. That everyone was anonymous because he couldn't. He was a sociopath.
And that was his
Right.
Republican side as well. He was a young Republican.
Yeah. And also, he was an extreme alcoholic. He was fucking wasted for every single one of his abductions. He said that while he was on the prowl, he was extremely drunk in order to significantly diminish his inhibitions and to sedate the dominant personality that he feared might prevent his inner entity from acting on his impulses. Here's another thing about that, because I'm building up to something here, man. He said, an official in Tallahassee who was guarding him, he said at one point, quote, he became weird on me. He did a metamorphosis, a body and facial change, and he felt that there was almost an odor emitting from him. As we know from our possession episode.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. We're going down the hole here, people.
I believe that Ted Bundy was a perfectly possessed human being controlled by a demon walking the earth.
Or he was a part of the MK Ultra original, like, blueprint people. They put
Yeah.
him out there. They made him in order
Possible.
to create the serial killer phenomena, in order to create just enough fear in America that people will start being like, oh, we got to take our weapons and our guns away because serial killers are getting them. And then
Yeah.
the government can make a fucking military order and make a whole place. What's it called? What's it called doing it?
I don't know. That's
A
stupid. I
fascist
think it's-
utopia, a dystopian society,
That's just
an
dumb.
Orwellian universe.
That's fucking stupid, Henry. It's obviously demons.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I just think we need to get rid of all crutches, because they're obviously leading to the murder of a bunch of ladies.
The thing is, Ted Bundy got so much press coverage. Well, like we're going to cover the second half of the next episode.
Yeah,
but when he was going through his trial period, he was making
loved
up
it.
lots of bullshit.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
He's a bullshit master.
I mean,
He is. I just like the idea of him trashed, wasted, having a girl in the car. And she's like, "Are you a little drunk? Are you drunk?" And I'm like, "I'm not fucking drunk. Let's just play a little song, sexy boy." Just like trash, drunk. Oh my god! If you do happen to be drinking and driving this week, just accidentally, just play "Sexy Boy."
Yeah,
You'll
play
get home
Sexy
fine.
Boy. Yeah, like pump it out
That's
to the
gotta be.
streets.
It's the best drinking and driving song I've ever heard
But
of.
his day when he was doing the day abductions,
Yes.
he was just ripping through people. He was asking like 10 people on the beach.
He asked 4 women. What he was telling them is that he was trying to. He had
He had
this
a cast on.
He had a
You know
cast
what's so
on.
funny is-
he was dressed in a white tennis uniform, and he was telling them that he had a sailboat attached to his VW Bug out there, and he needed help getting his sailboat off. He asked 4 women before one finally went to help him.
One
she just
stupid girl.
just stupid.
I mean, nice
and then
woman.
she
He's
disappeared into the woods. He chained her up to a tree. He came back, got another woman. He abducted her when she went to the bathroom. Never came back.
They go,
He took her.
that guy.
I mean, between Ted Bundy and Johnny Knoxville in the movie Bad Grandpa, never help anybody. Never. It's a hidden camera show or it's a serial
Never
killer.
help anybody.
Boy, and during this time, boy, this is a great one right here. Bundy was working at the Washington State Department of Emergency Services,
Another sort of tragic
a government
type thing, yeah.
agency that was involved in the search for missing women.
And so they started reporting. It was like women were going missing. It was like 6 women in a month. Went
And Bundy's
missing.
just nailing it, getting a raise, climbing the corporate ladder.
Absolutely, because he's like doing like the Peter Parker Spider-Man thing. So like,
Right.
you know what I think is he maybe be using like a wrench type thing. They're like, what?
Yeah. Exactly. I think I know where Spider-Man's going to be tomorrow.
But the thing is that he was ending up on a shorter and shorter list during this time period where because people were like a man in a cast, a man in crutches, a man pretending to be a police officer.
Handsome
he always
everyman.
would introduce
Yeah.
himself as Ted. As an officer, he was Officer Ted Roseland.
I mean, for how creative he was when, to get these women with these sort of different like act outs and different characters who would play,
Come
you
up
would
with a
think
name.
he would change his name.
I
Yeah.
come up with 90 names an episode.
Yeah, why not?
Just come up with a name. Just say
There's
Johnny.
A bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's his Johnny Bundy. That's his.
My name is Bronchi. Bronchi Bundy.
Bronchi
I'm
Bundy.
Sorry, I still use Bundy.
Oh, okay.
My name is Egg Sandwich.
You know what?
Just make up names. Just make
Yeah.
up names. My name is Geralt.
Gerald. That's not a name.
It's Harold with a G.
So you're telling me you have a sailboat somewhere?
My name is Leslie Howard Gerald. 9 A's in there. Can you come help me get my canoe off of my? I have 2 canoes.
You have 2 canoes.
2 canoes are tied to a fire hydrant.
We're not even close to any sort of water or any sort.
Come with me. I got like 9 pelicans. Just come with me. My name is Leslie Marin. Leslie Marin Ronaldson.
I knew a Ronaldson.
Did I say a name to you already?
You know what? I'm just gonna help you out, just because I feel like I'm in a giving mood.
Yeah, let's come over here.
And that's not the only day.
Look at the tire, bitch. Look at this tire. Look at the tire.
Yeah, that's,
nice tire. And then I'm dead.
Yeah, that's not the only day that he. Lots of
Why
times
do I always
he
have to
would
play
go
the women characters, but I don't change my voice? Isn't that nice? Very masculine women on the show.
He would go through multiple women a night before he would find someone to actually go with him. There was 2 women in the same night that reported seeing a man in a VW Bug with a cast asking them to help him. That night, he ended up killing Georgianne Hawkins, and that was reported to be his first victim of necrophilia.
You see, that was the thing. So he would take bodies up to this woodsy place up in Seattle, and you leave the bodies. But then, what was really fascinating about him is that he changed serial killer types, like somewhere in the middle of this, where it's like he went from just being sort of like what we were talking about before, which is like process and result killers, which is like result killers are, the whole thing is that the kill is the rush, and then you leave. The kill makes you nut your pants, and the other one's like process killers, which is you make the baby your marionette, you make the corpse a marionette, and you play with its nipples for a couple hours. So it's like he went from one to the other. It's like Deion Sanders. Yeah,
he was sort of a Bo Jackson type. He was doing 2 sports.
Over to the other team.
Yeah, once again, like Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Well, but Bundy was good at both.
But that was
another jinx. I think we've been hanging out too long. We've been hanging out far too long.
But then he started taking makeup up to the corpses and putting makeup on the corpses and playing with them and going like, "I love you, Ted. Shut up. You don't love Eddie. You don't love me. Nobody loves me.
A mortuary would have been.
I love you.
He would even shampoo their hair.
Well, that's good. that needs to be a Head and Shoulders commercial.
Can we play? And so we have here is a clip from the movie Ted Bundy, made in 2002.
Yes.
Which I'm one of those. Like we're like Kissel. I think Kissel and I's movie tastes are like different. I think you can like any type of horror movie. Like you even like bad ones and you like good ones. Whereas like me, serial killer movies.
Yeah.
I will watch any serial killer movie. So I don't know if this is a good movie or not.
This one's okay.
But it's a lot of fun. The guy playing Ted Bundy is pretty great.
All right. So
here's a clip of.
But it's weird. He's uglier than Ted Bundy. The guy playing Ted Bundy.
At the same time, Ted Bundy was just kind of rugged. It's like it's like the same. It's like It's the reason why I'll never be attracted to a man, because the idea of like stubble. Right? Like it's stubble
bad.
Like scratching up and down my belly, like sucking on my belly button.
Right.
It's just really horrifying to me. Ted Bundy was not like he wasn't like Jared Leto handsome. He was just kind of rugged, handsome.
Yeah. Generically handsome.
Real quick though, how many? So he killed 4 before he started having
killed
sex.
6.
6 before the necrophilia.
Yeah. Now
so
we
the
started
7th was
6 that we
necrophilia.
know of.
Right.
I mean, there are
because
so
then
many
they said
undocumented
we were saying
victims
he may
around.
have killed someone who was 14. He may have killed someone during the time period that he was getting after he just got broken up with.
Right. That is
Brooke
interesting.
Shields, whatever her name is.
All right, so let's hear a bit of a clip.
A bit of Ted Bundy's philosophy.
Yeah.
I just want you to listen to me. Pay me a little bit of attention. See, girls like you, they don't pay attention to guys like me. Guys who don't come from good families.
I mean, you got laid.
They don't go to top schools or drive fancy cars.
Shut up
and listen!
I usually not.
God! Don't get me wrong, I'm not some share the wealth type of pinko creep or something.
Don't do this to me.
In fact, I'm a Republican. I worked on a number of
okay, everything's fine then.
One day, I'm gonna be governor. You don't even believe it, do you? You
How
probably
many
just
times do you
think
think
I'm
Mitt
some kind
Romney
of
gave
loser.
this speech?
Oh, so many times.
But it was like to his to tag.
Maybe I'm not so important out there. But here I'm in charge.
He's just cowering in the kitchen.
Here I'm in control. Because this is the court of Ted. What I say
Court of
here
Ted.
is law. You get the picture?
Good act out, Ted.
That's the scariest thing is when someone like making fun of like you when you're crying when
Yeah, that's the worst. You crying? You crying? I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. God, it is
great.
funny though with the Mitt Romney thing.
Yeah.
Just like shouting that at like that like the
I'm gonna be governor.
I'm not one of those pinko spread the wealth types. Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell. I didn't know if it was because of your crew cut or your secret underwear is he poking out of your cutoffs. Well, you're here at this fucking truck stop, you secret homosexual.
Can't get the secret underwear off to fuck this corpse. God damn it.
So Georgianne Hawkins, the first victim of necrophilia, she was not the first woman to be dumped on Taylor Mountain outside of Issaquah, Washington. That's where a couple of hikers ran across what can be only described as a skull graveyard.
Yeah.
This is where that's where Ted dumped a lot of
You
his
say
bodies.
skull graveyard, I say skull playground.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
different.
a bocce ball type scenario because that's what he was doing. He's just like, oh, well, you know, it's all in the wrist. He kept saying, you know.
And this is also around the time after there were a lot of people that saw him talking to those women at the lake that day when he abducted 2 women in the same day. So they started to form a composite sketch of this guy. 4 people, and they also said like there was a, they said the sketch, the Volkswagen. 4 people recognized the profile, the sketch, the car. They reported Ted Bundy as a suspect, but detectives, they were receiving about 200 tips a day.
Yeah.
They said there's no way that a clean-cut law student with no adult record could ever commit
Well, is he
anything
a
like this.
pinko spread the wealth type? Oh, you say
No,
he's a
he's a
Republican.
Republican.
Oh, no. It's not possible.
So after this is when Ted Bundy moves to Utah, and another connection to Mitt Romney. He was actually baptized into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Well,
Wow.
he'll do anything to get ahead.
He
'Cause
will.
They're the biggest connections that the Mormons have. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you get your own planet when you die.
By the way, when Ted Bundy became a Mormon, they still weren't letting blacks in. So I just want to point that out.
And then after Ted Bundy, after he gets baptized, he actually tries to de-escalate. He kidnaps this girl named Nancy Wilcox, and he's trying to de-escalate. So he says, like, all right, I'm going to take her out, I'm going to rape her, and then I'm going to release her.
yeah, it's
That's
so
all I'm gonna do.
nice.
So
Yeah.
nice. But then he ends up strangling her.
And then,
what
of
are you
course,
gonna
having
do?
sex with the corpse.
Yeah,
I
he's-
did everything again.
Yeah, and so now what happens is his first big mistake. He kidnaps this girl. Her name is Carol DeRanche. She's the one that
and she's smoking.
smoking fucking hot, man.
Yeah.
He approaches her at a Walden Books.
This is the
mall.
Officer Roseland.
This is Officer Roseland.
This woman
and
is not
he's-
very smart.
This woman is a fucking idiot because he comes up to her and he says, "Hi, ma'am. Someone hit your car in the parking lot. Could you please come with me?" And she goes, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah, not even like how do you know it's my car or
No.
like what are you even
Right.
talking about? But that's just the.
But you just assume.
That's authority. That's the
Yeah.
power of authority.
That's
As soon
the
as
power
you
of
dress
authority
up,
thing.
like you dress in a police officer's uniform, you're
Right.
totally
Yeah.
invulnerable. People will believe you for a second. Not like I've ever done it.
No.
You know, I'm never dressing up as a fucking police officer and just like went to people's homes and just like look through their stuff and took their weed.
So you have done it.
No.
You have stolen
I said
weed.
I didn't do it.
Oh, you said you didn't.
I said
do it.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I never dressed up as a police officer and, went into the train conductor on the subway and told them that I need to drive the train. I'm commandeering the train and then
Right.
just take the train up and down the tracks like at
So
irresponsible
you weren't the
speeds.
guy 2 years ago that went to the train conductor and told me he was a police officer and commandeered the train and drove it all around.
Never did that.
You didn't do that, but somebody did do that, but it wasn't you.
Not me.
Interesting.
I don't have it in my bag right now. My costume.
So you do.
No,
Okay.
I don't have it right now.
Okay. Interesting.
It's not in the cleaners because it's all covered with human gore.
Well, you know what? I think Henry might actually be the last person we cover on this.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate
this show.
irony?
Yeah.
Like the very last person.
The
that we
last
covered?
podcast episode ever is just me and Marcus talking about Henry Zabrowski as the worst serial killer in American history, and we're like, show's not as good without his act outs.
I mean, he was
and,
so funny, back in the day. But
man, he just killed a lot of people.
perfect killer.
Isn't that weird?
Fake cop, fat killer.
The fake cop fat
Why do
killer.
they keep putting fat on my serial killer name?
So this girl, Carol DeRanche, she got in a Bundy's car, and they started driving. They drove off. She noticed that they're going in the opposite direction of the police station. So she says, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" He pulls over to the side of the road. He tries handcuffing her. She fights back. He does get both handcuffs on, but he somehow manages to put them both on the same arm.
Goofy.
She gets out of the car.
Put
he
that on
gets
a
out
blooper
too.
reel.
She kicks him in the nuts. runs off, gets away from him. Ted is not deterred. Later that night, he goes and picks up this girl, Deborah Kent, after a theater production at the local high school about 19 miles away. He picks her up, but what does he leave behind in the parking lot? The key to his handcuffs.
Oh,
So stupid.
So
very interesting.
dumb. It's just like he said, that famous quote that he had. Killing someone is it's like changing a tire. The first time you're nervous, and then the 30th time you can't remember where you put the tire iron.
Oh my nuts. Yeah, that's a shitty night for that poor girl who had to go see the high school performance of Les
And then
Mis.
get raped and murdered.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
my God.
not good. I love that Joseph in the Technicolor whatever coat, and then boom,
And
raped and
this
murdered.
is what leads to his eventual arrest for kidnapping, is that he was stopped by the Utah Highway Patrol. They found they looked in his car. They noticed the front passenger seat was missing. And then
and then he had a fucking full rape kit.
They found a ski mask,
Yeah.
another mask fashioned from pantyhose, a crowbar, handcuffs, trash bags, a coil of rope, an ice pick, and other items initially assumed to be
full of
so Mr.
himself.
Bundy, what is it that you say you do again?
I am a performance artist, and I do a
Okay.
thing called Rape a Girl, Kill a Girl. It's a little show I do. Let me show
Rape
you.
a Girl, Kill a Girl.
Yeah. Oh, help me. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let
now
you
I'm-
go because that was a hell of a performance.
Thank you.
Were you over there at the high school tonight?
You can
They had
see
a
me
play
tonight
open.
at the People's Improv Theater.
Oh, wow.
So they got a search warrant. The Utah police, they got a search warrant for Bundy's apartment. They found a guide to Colorado ski resorts with a check mark by the Wildwood Inn, which the Wildwood Inn is where he committed one of his murders.
Okay.
The actual murder that he was about to be charged with, a brochure advertising the Viewmont High School play in which he kidnapped his second victim.
He kept
but
the
there was-
brochure?
He kept the
I mean,
brochure.
you just
But
throw
all
the
this-
brochure out.
But all of this is still circumstantial evidence. This
Right.
can't, they can't arrest him for this just yet. But Bundy says that they missed in his utility room. They missed a stack of Polaroids of all of his victims up until then.
But then again, that's what they said again, is that there's so many lies he's told. There's so
you
many
never
things
know.
he said is that he could
Right.
have been bragging about it and never had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. So finally, they arrest him. They bring in Carol DeRoche for a photo lineup because they do end up, but through the descriptions, they end up matching the key to the handcuffs. They bring in Carol DeRoche. She gives them, she picks him out of a lineup. The other witnesses pick him out of a lineup. They found strands of hair that matched both Melissa Smith and Carol DeRoche. Melissa Smith was the girl that went missing that day. And they also found hair matching Karen Campbell. They also looked at Karen Campbell's body, and they looked at, there was very distinctive marks in her skull.
Grooves in her head, yeah.
Grooves, and it matched the crowbar that was in Bundy's trunk. So he got charged and convicted for kidnapping of Carol DeRoche, sentenced to 1 to 15 years. And
1 to 15 years?
1 to 15 years for kidnapping. And he was extradited to Colorado, where he was being charged with the murder of Karen Campbell. And this is when he gets tricky.
This is when he becomes super, super slippery, and you just can't get a hold of old Ted.
Well, should we do that for part 2?
We're just gonna cover this part real quick.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then, because there's so much more after this. Because
Yeah,
then you
that's
got
the
his,
thing.
his
I mean, it's the
Sergeant
whole
Pepper's
second
after
act.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is, and then they were saying the people he worked for at the crisis center threw such a fucking fit about what happened when he got basically accused of this crime. They were like, he didn't do it. They put together a whole fund. Like they
Right.
they raised like tens of thousands of dollars for his legal fees. It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
1 to 15 years.
Yeah, for
you can get
kidnapping.
it.
It's a perfect example. It was like John Wayne Gacy was arrested before. They let him out
Right.
because he was a model prisoner. There was a bunch of people that were arrested.
Well, let's be
Gacy
honest.
was
Ted
arrested
Bundy's a
for
model
sodomy.
prisoner.
Yeah.
Gacy was maybe a plus size
Blue
model.
ice. He's got that beautiful stare.
Yes.
Gnashing teeth.
So Bundy, of course, not the man to be held down. He decides once he has a public defender for.
I believe They Ain't Gonna Hold
Yeah.
Me Down was the #1 song of that summer as well.
He had a public defender for his kidnapping trial, but when he was extradited to Colorado for murder, that's when he decided to defend himself. And so he was in the law library.
And he set it all up on purpose because
set it
knew
all up.
As soon as he's like, well, I have to read the law books then, and
Right.
so because #1, when you're defending yourself, you don't have to wear handcuffs or
Yep.
any sort of restraints when you're in the courtroom. And then he's like, let me just go in the library. I'm going to do some research.
Yeah, and he finds a window and jumps out of a second story. He jumps out. He twists his ankle. This guy is free.
So he's actually injured for the first time, and he's like,
Yes.
"Why doesn't anybody help me anymore?" You know, you imagine the one woman that actually helps Ted Bundy when he's truly hurt. And he's like, "Thank you so much. That was really nice."
So
It was really nice of you. You know, normally I kill women who do this.
Isn't
but,
that weird?
You know, isn't that crazy? Well, I'll see you.
All right, be seeing you later.
So he's on the run for 6 days after this. They recapture him. He goes back to prison. And here's the fucked up thing about it is that he was probably going to get off for the murder of the murder he was being
Because
charged
there was
with.
it was all just circumstantial
It was
evidence.
most of the
and
evidence
he was
that they was
killing
getting
it.
thrown out.
And this is
Yeah.
before DNA testing and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So.
he was absolutely killing it in court, but he decided he couldn't wait anymore. So he acquired a hacksaw blade from another inmate. He accumulated $500 in cash.
And then from women he was fucking outside
Yeah.
of the jail because this is when it started where women were their fascination with him was so deep that they were sending him money and sending him shit in jail.
Yeah. And so during the evenings, while everyone else showered, he sawed a hole about 1 square foot in the corner of a cell ceiling. He lost 35 pounds until he was skinny enough to fit through.
Well, like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Yeah.
And then in the
amazing.
weeks followed, he did practice runs. Like at night, he would just do practice runs. One of the informants, he kept telling officers, he's like, he heard movement within the ceiling during the night, but the officers didn't believe him.
Oh yeah, they were just like, yeah, sure. So
Okay.
much fucking ignorance just lets these people out.
And so on December 30th, most of the staff was on Christmas break. He had planned this out for months beforehand. He climbed up through the hole into the chief jailer's apartment, which was empty because he was out with his girlfriend that night. He went to the chief jailer's closet. He changed into street clothes, and he walked right out the fucking front door.
Amazing.
And from there, he stole a car. He made his way to Chicago.
Yeah. Saw some blues,
Yep.
you know, had some deep dish.
I love that deep dish
Yep.
pizza.
And he rolled
they
down in a
didn't-
pina colada machine to Margaritaville.
Margaritaville, and our next stop, Tallahassee, Florida.
To my Tallahassee,
I can't wait.
Down in FLA.
Yeah, Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah,
all
and he
right.
bit some butts like our fucking hamburgers. That's for certain.
Yes,
and
he did.
and he will get kicked out of any Chi Omega house in Florida if you mention his name, which we learned the fun way.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Henry and the boys all went to FSU.
Yeah, because they had the
in
Bundy
Tallahassee.
Trail. We'll talk about this when
The
we
Bundy-
do this next
yes.
episode. Yeah,
and this is really the most known stuff about Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
It starts at FSU.
well, this is his final, this is his what's it?
Fifth Symphony.
His fifth sympathy,
Yeah.
sympathies.
Yeah.
You know,
Sip
this is his
sympathies,
Back
yes.
in Black.
This is his
This
Citizen
his
Kane.
fucking, yeah. He's doing
Yes.
all his top tier fucking shit.
Yes.
In this second episode.
Starry Night.
Brilliant. All right, what are we doing now?
Now we're going to bring in a listener.
So what we've decided to do is we're going to teach everyone here a lesson.
Right.
All right. All of our listeners, all of our lady listeners. We're
Yes.
bringing in a lady listener. We're going to throw some top tier Ted Bundy game at her, and we're going to see if she says yes to any of the things he says. And if she says yes, she's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the sort of stakes we're talking about here.
Okay. All right, everybody. We want to welcome Nicolette to the show. Thanks for being here, Nicolette.
Hi, no problem.
All right, Nicolette. Let's see how strong.
Don't you dare choose Bundy.
Yes, how strong you are to resist the charm of one Mr. Ted Bundy.
One thing I will say is imagine in your head. Don't think about us. You know
No.
what we look like. Don't
Right.
even
Ugly.
fucking try to think about what we actually look like, okay?
Right.
Imagine he's dark, kind of bushy eyebrows,
Blue
kind of a
eyes.
shark smile, kind of like Marcus.
A little bit like Marcus.
A little bit of a charm to
Better
him.
teeth than
You know,
Marcus.
strong pecs.
I mean, my teeth are yellow, but otherwise they're fine.
Well, there's some. Yeah. Well.
He's got like one of those like collar. You can see his collarbones.
No, you can't see his collar. Well, yes, but over his wonderfully placed LL Bean turtleneck.
Yes.
Right,
All right.
of
So,
course.
all right.
Well
So he's
fitted.
a little handsome. He's a little handsome.
He's a dreamboat.
Just a little, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll start off. Excuse me,
Perfect.
Miss. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yes?
I mean, I'm so sorry to ask you, and I'm so sorry to bother you, but I've got all these books, and I mean, I got this cast here, and I'm just having such a hard time taking. Do you think you could help me out?
Oh,
And just-
yeah. Let me help you out.
You're dead! Oh, you're dead, Nicolette! You just got killed. You're a dead woman. You're a corpse.
Oh my God! You're getting your hair shampooed in Mount Taylor. right now.
Post-mortem sex coming your way.
He's
bludgeoned in
he's
the head.
putting lipstick on your dead head right now.
Oh, my
somewhere
goodness.
on a
Living-
patch of grass.
Not good.
Okay,
Well,
so
you didn't pass test number 1.
Oh, sorry.
so imagine you're on the streets of New York City and this just happens to you.
Right.
Right.
Are you in the bathroom at work, by the way?
No, I'm in the hallway.
Oh, okay.
Great. All right. A man in a police officer's uniform approaches you. Mm-hmm. Ma'am?
Yes?
Ma'am, did you park your car out here this afternoon? Did you park your car out here?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I believe that someone has broken into your car. My name is Officer Roseland.
Oh, no.
You're gonna look at just take a look at my badge. Just look at my badge. And just come with me. Just so you know, we just got to go take you down to the station. Because we believe that we have the man that was breaking into your car. You got to come with me.
Okay, great.
You got to come with me. Yeah. Come with me.
Okay.
Just get in the car. So we're gonna. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, close the door behind you. Yeah, no, I'm a cop. Yeah, it's a cop car. It's totally a cop car.
It's a cop car. I believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just my VW bug cop car. So we're just driving, you know. So, how you doing today? It's some lovely, long, dark brown hair you have.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I shampooed it today.
Yeah, I can smell it.
That's nice.
Yeah, so we're just driving, you know. Oh, that's that police station passing by, but that's fine. We'll just keep driving.
Shouldn't we stop there?
You're dead, Nicolette! You're dead again! What is wrong with you? Get it together! You've been killed twice now!
I'm really bad at this.
It's okay. He was good at this.
He was very, very good.
Yeah.
He was very, very good.
He is good.
All right, so let's just
do one last one for you.
You know, I'm wobbling around. I'm on crutches, and I'm like, oh, my leg hurts. I hurt myself in a ski accident, right? And then I'm like, I see you, and I'm like, oh, hello, young lady. Hello,
Yes.
young lady, how are you? I desperately need help getting my produce into this car here. Can you help me out? You look
course.
really succulent today. I would just love to kill you and rape your corpse there. Just want to help me into the car, and I'll probably end up just hitting you in the head before you can even come close to saying no, so it doesn't even matter anyway. How are you?
I think I'm all right.
That's
But I think I have to go if you're going to talk to me like that.
You live, Nicolette!
Yeah.
You live, Nicolette! Look
This
at
is
that!
The problem is that you can't be so obvious.
That's
why
right.
You got to hide in plain
Yeah.
sight.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta be charming, like I was.
Right,
Like I
right.
was.
Well,
You gotta come with me in a car. Come with me in a car. Come.
so 1 out of 2, that's not bad.
That's fine. You did great, Nicolette.
1 and
You
2.
did great.
So
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, this is what I will say though is again, Nicolette. This is the lesson we've learned today. Never help anyone. Everyone is a potential murderer. All they want to do is play with your dead body.
that's right. You know that though, right?
Don't talk to strangers. Don't get in strangers' cars.
Don't
That's
talk
right.
with anybody in the subway. All he wants to do is turn you into a human puppet.
What are you going to say the next time somebody says, "Oh, I desperately needed help with my books or my bags or whatever it is"? What do you say to them?
Fuck off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All right.
saving lives. Fuck off. That's right. Well, thank you so much, Nicolette.
Thank you.
We'll
talk to you guys soon.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Have a
Goodbye.
great show. Bye.
That was great. We're saving lives.
We really are.
We're learning so much today.
Yeah, really powerful stuff.
This is a great episode. I'm glad we could bring a stranger in there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really
She's
nice.
Not necessarily a stranger.
No, I like Nicolette a lot. She
Yeah.
comes to the live show, which you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next live show. In fact, our next live show is going to be a doozy. It's going to be on November 24th.
The Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend, correct?
No, the Saturday before Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, so you
What's
come
the
on
date?
down.
I believe it's November 24th. It's the last Saturday of the month.
We want to get it right. We want to get it right.
Definitely want to get this one right.
But
you can
while they're looking
you can
for-
go to creeklic.com to see exactly when it is. It's Saturday, November 23rd.
Come on out.
Yeah, it's Saturday, November 23rd, because it's going to be a hell of a night, because at 8 o'clock downstairs, we're doing Roundtable of Gentlemen live, and then 10 o'clock upstairs, we're doing Last Podcast on the Left live. So it's going to be a full-ass...
And we're going to celebrate Native Americans.
That's right, as we always do. And while I was Googling Ted Bundy lines, I found a whole page of Ted Bundy jokes. So this is kind of a funny one to leave on. Why did Ted Bundy want to become his own lawyer?
Why?
To file wrongful death suits, which is kind of fun.
Well, you know what they say about a man who, you know what Abe Lincoln said about a man who represents himself?
What's that?
He's got a fool for a client.
Oh, no, he's going to escape and kill 5 women in Tallahassee.
Oh, I heard that one, actually. I love that Lincoln joke. That's perfect. All right, everybody, hail yourselves. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. Hail Satan, hail me!
Heil Geen!
Heil Geen. And,
Megustalash.
oh, yes, Megustalash.
And how about this one? How about Bon Voyage?
Bon voyage. Spaghetti.
What is that? That is no reference
Goodbye,
to
spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Bon voyage, spaghetti.
She's my Tallahassee.
There we go.
Oh, no,
All right,
no,
everybody.
no.
We'll talk to you soon.